Okay, I'm hot. This ring light kills me.
Hey, look at the bright side. At least we look pretty in the lights.
Yeah. So beautiful. Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am with my good friend,
Greg Picklesheimer.
And we are here with Theater Talk. And today we are going to talk about something that's really popular with like community theaters, and it is called, well for us, the first round was KTA, Kentucky Theater Association. So we're going to talk about that, and he has different experiences with it. So we're going to jump into it and get started. So I did a show at the end of 2016 called Cabaret, and it's one of my favorites by far. It's been over for like a year and a half, and I swear to God, I'm still not over it. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's never happened to me before. Even with Blood Brothers, and I loved that, but I just, not the same, I don't know. So I loved the show, and they told us that we were taking it to competition, to the Kentucky Theater Association, what we called KTA. We had to, do all this stuff. I can't remember, I feel like we had to like pay something maybe, and go through this whole rigmarole craziness, but they let us know that we could compete, and there were, I don't know, are they all from Kentucky? I think in the Kentucky Theater Association, they're all from Kentucky. I can't remember how many theaters there were, but there was a good amount of theaters there. We had to perform really, really early for KTA, so most of us went up, well, just all of us, that was with my group. We all went up the night before, spent the night. I actually stayed with my boyfriend's grandmother, and him and I went. So he was able to drop me off and stuff. We had a rehearsal, I think it was at like 9 a.m. or something. So I tried to do as much of my makeup and stuff as I could at home, like before I left. And so we got there, there's clearly a lot of people. It was a little disorienting. I had most of my outfit on, but there was a few things I had to wait to put on since it was all like lingerie. So we did that, and we went into the dressing room, and there was definitely one other, but if I'm correct, and I'm remembering correctly, there were two other companies in there besides us. And that room is about one of the sizes of the rooms in the Paramount. It was quite small. It was small. So that was crazy, and I was so glad then that I had done my makeup and all that stuff. They all unloaded and stuff that morning. So here we are, getting ready to go on stage for Cabaret. It is like 9:30 in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning, and this Cabaret is clearly not a morning show. It is the epitome of what an evening show should be. It felt weird, but they put us backstage, and we waited and waited and waited, and we finally got to go out, and you have like 10 minutes to set everything. Like, there's this weird time limit thing, like it gives me anxiety. All of your pieces have to fit in this box that's like 10 foot by 10 foot, so nothing can be over like 10 foot high or 10 foot wide. Everything you're using in the whole show, props, everything has to fit in this 10 foot by 10 foot square box. So you don't get to take everything with you. There's some of the stuff that's not going to be used much, you're going to leave behind. And then of course not every single thing fit. Like, we wanted to fit our giant Cabaret like sign that was kind of busted a little bit because that's what it's supposed to be. We wanted to add that, and we were unable to. It stuck out about that far. Even when we turned it like sideways, diagonal, it still stuck out, and we were like, because I mean that huge sign is really what made the Kit Kat Club and Cabaret. So we were kind of like about it, but whatever. We got to use it for the show, and the shows were great. And if you want to see any of it, you can go down below and check out my playlist. I have several musicals that I performed in and with what character I was. So take a look, because Cabaret was a really, really good one. So we went out, we performed, and I mean, we did really well. And you also only have 1 hour. You can't go over. If you go over, you are completely disqualified. You're done. You don't have a chance. So and then when you go to move set and have it dealt with, you do it at the end as well, and you have the 10 minutes, and you have to bring it all back to the box. It's crazy stressful, and you can't leave anything on the stage. If you leave something on the stage, even like, okay, we had like a feather boa because of Cabaret. Even if a feather falls off, and I'm not even kidding, when we were done, I was looking around, and on the stage, like at the base of the stage, if you were in the audience, like looking at the stage, they had vents along it, like these big like rectangular vents, and sure enough, a big old pink feather right there. And had I not walked out there, oh God, it just makes me nervous to even think what could have happened. Because we put so much hard work into the show and so many extra practices. And so we did really well. I ended up staying for awards, and there were 2 people that were going to be able to go on to SETC, which is the Southeastern Theater Conference. Had to be in like the top 2 or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we were. We also won for Best Choreography, which is great. I was one of the main dancers, so yay, we did something really well. And I feel like we won something else too, and I could be wrong, but I feel like there may have been one other thing. And the group that I do stuff with is Paramount Players, so that's where I was involved with KAT and SETC. So that was my experience, and we got to go up on stage, and like we got like our trophy or whatever it was, or plaque or something, and we got to take a picture. So we were in the top 2, and that was all that mattered. They didn't list like who was first and second. It was just you had to be in the top 2 scorers, and we never found those out. We just know that we were in top, and we were really excited about it. So that was in Lexington. So now he's going to tell you a bit about his KAT experience.
Well, when I started out with the Kentucky Theater Association, I took part in the audition screening process that they have for college and university students. And how that works, we are given a specific number, and before we do our audition, we say, like for example, hello, my name is Gregory George Picklesheimer, I am number 479, and then go right into your monologue. And you have to have it under a minute. The introduction and outro, all of it in under a minute.
We're like crazy about time.
And crazily strict, yes. And you have to perform in front of 3 judges.
Okay, yeah, I didn't talk about any of this because this is kind of like what it does for us too, but yours is casting and ours is for the show. I didn't get to that, but I'll talk about that in the next one.
And just a word of advice, do not use Shakespeare. I got the worst and most harshest criticism because of it. It was the one thing that decreased most of my, because you score a certain amount of points, and if you score the specific minimum of points, you get a number for auditions for Southeastern Theater Conference. Sadly, 3 times straight, I have not achieved that.
It's a rough world.
It is.
People don't realize how hard it is for people to get work doing theater.
Yes, and just getting past that is hard enough. Eventually, they send you the notes that the judges made.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Wow.
And that's why you have to bring your own envelope.
That's scary.
And so when you go into KTA auditions, you have to put in your address, and then you hand it to them. And so you're pretty much you're sending your harsh criticisms to yourself. And it's not fun. And the worst criticism I got from the judges was, and he put it in big bold letters, do not use Shakespeare ever. And I was like,
don't use it ever then.
No, because they like more modern stuff, like Anton Chekhov or
yeah, but that's like the beginning.
Yeah,
I know. I kind of get it, but I think it's a little weird too.
I think the reason being is because a lot of people in theater, especially theater students from college and universities, they never could do Shakespeare right, or at least in their mind.
That's probably very true.
And so for anyone that goes into SETC, you will be going through a strict procedure of auditions. And when I went to Lexington's SETC, there was just long lines.
Oh God, that would make me way nervous.
Yeah, and everyone, of course, has a number. And
I'm the one that wants to just go in, let me just do it and get it over with, because it is, especially if it's a cold read and it's not a singing audition, because like I mentioned in my last video, cold reads make me a little crazy. They get me a little, you gotta do it though, it's part of it.
Yeah, but
you gotta suck it up, basically, is what I'm saying.
That is very true. But for me, mostly focused on the job fairs that they have at CTC.
Is that like for just full-on jobs, or is that also for colleges?
No, it's just full-on jobs. It's just like professional gigs, mostly for technicians and designers.
But they were also those screening for college or high school students for college, is what it was. Yes. So that is also another thing, and that I mean, that matters. If you're in theater, you're going to want to try to go to whatever state you're in's, theater conference to do this. Basically, anything that had to do with acting and beyond there were classes and presentations about tons of different, I couldn't even begin to explain the different things. It's just crazy. It's a good time. Yeah, so it's good for high school students if you're wanting to go into drama, theater, whatever you're doing in college and you want to get recognized, or maybe you're looking for a scholarship or whatever. You want to be able to do that type of thing. Go to your, KTA is Theater Association, so
yeah.
Whatever your state's is, Theater Association. You should definitely look into it, or talk to a director, talk with somebody you work with, and figure out how to go there or get there, find out price and all that stuff. But honestly, if you are serious about it, you should absolutely go. 100%. Don't you agree? Because,
yeah.
you have to go to that at least once if you're doing this. You just have to experience that.
Yeah, and for anyone that's in tech, theater tech and design, and I highly recommend this, when some of your classmates do 20 or so interviews, do 40. It's literally do as many interviews as you possibly can.
I heard that exact same advice because one of our girls that was in our company did it, and she sang for a ton of people and auditioned for a ton of people. Yeah, the more you do, the more chances you got. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, at least with 40 interviews and auditions, you get 3 job offers.
Well, see, I didn't do any of this. That's why we're taking this in 2 different steps, because I did the performance part of it, with the award and stuff, where he has done the whole, I've graduated from college, I have a theater degree, I'm looking for a job, and I need to have a place to work and continue what I'm doing. Did you ever get to go see Cabaret while you were there? Or did you not? I know you did I know you did here in Ashland.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do it because the theater was already full to capacity, so I was not able to go see the show, sadly.
You got to see it though, the whole show.
Yeah.
Because you only have an hour to do it. Like I said, if you go over that 1 hour, then oops, you're done.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how freaking great you were. Doesn't matter. I'm so glad I found that feather. So glad I found that feather. Okay.
Another bit of advice, if you're going to be presenting yourself, especially at job fairs or auditions, invest in a Wix page. Because that's pretty much your digital portfolio. Or
is it really free though?
Wix, yes.
Wix is really free. I'm literally gonna check that out tonight.
Actually, if you're doing acting, you can put a video reel on your Wix page.
There you go.
Me, I sort of did that, but I have a section with short films that I've done recently. At least that's close to a video reel. At least they, when you present your digital portfolio, they can see that, hey, this guy can act.
Right.
But I've also put my tech work, design work, just anything that I've done in theater.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So, guys, please subscribe, hit the like button below, and also hit that alert bell. That way you can get notifications. This is going to now officially be our videos for Theater Thursday. And I hope that you guys can come along with us on this fun journey that we've had so far.